Hello and welcome to my channel, Green Lion Goddess Tarot. This is a reading for the new moon in Gemini. I'm going to start it with a card because I get this sense of very lively energy, lively mind. It is the new moon, so it is like a little bit quieter in that moment. It's about setting an intention, but it's conjunct Venus at 16 degrees of Gemini. The sun and moon are in Gemini, and Venus is at 16 degrees of Gemini as well. So Venus is like, I don't want to be doing that much. I want to be taking it easy. I want to set the intention for something that can bring more abundance and ease into my life when it's connected to relationships and money. Mercury's off being really busy. The ruler of this new moon is in Gemini in its home sign. So it's like it's chatting, it's lively, it's mercurial, it's communicating, it's having conversations, it's learning, it's teaching, it's got ideas, it's making a beautiful trine to Pluto. So it's unearthing a lot of powerful energy. It's unearthing this potent manifestation and being really magnetic with what's going on with this. And so it's also making a sextile to Neptune still. So it's busy, but it's very much this sense of that this it's making some really positive aspects, Mercury. So our minds are really being taken on quite the journey here. And so we could set some really, really beautiful, powerful intentions. So I do want to pull a card. We have the Six of Cups has come out. So this is about actually being very, very present. Even though it is the cups, it's about our emotions. But it's about being very, very present with how we're feeling. These are the children, so there might be a lot of inner child stuff that comes up as well about being playful and fun and just being really present with the people that you're meeting and the conversations that you're having and being really present, but open to learning what they are offering you in that moment, even if it may releasing judgment of the interaction. This might be somebody you don't even know or somebody you've just met that has just come in. It might be somebody you know very well. But it's like, I get this sense of conversation or something that's said that previously your mind might wanted to go down a path of judgment with it. But it's more a sense that just have an open mind. What are you learning from this person being in your life? Even if they're irritating or annoying or strange, there's a sense that there's something that you are gaining from this interaction, something that you are learning here. So be really, really aware of those moments that you're having with people where you can have these really interesting insights and realizations. Oh, they have this belief or attitude around that, or they operate in this way, and that's fascinating. So you might just be finding people in general a little bit more interesting and fascinating, where previously you might just be like shut off from them and not that interested in what they have to offer you. It might just be very more transactional in a way. So this is actually very beautiful. The Six of Cups represents emotional harmony and balance, and it is also represents the past, like memories. It's kind of interesting because this is some memories might be coming up that feel very, very clear and present at this moment, and that something sensory could set this memory off. You know, it's that, for me, it's banana bread and coffee remind me of my mother. So the smell of those things, and it's like I remember going shopping and getting the ground coffee beans and just that smell. So anyway, it's little things like that that could be coming in, but it's just random. Like there's some random stuff that could happen with this. It's random people that just are usually in the background or that you haven't even noticed before or aren't usually in your world. And it's just so much that you could be, the smallest thing could suddenly become significant and suddenly just like zap you into a different place, time and place. You know, it could be a plumber comes, you've got a leaky tap, you've got to fix that. Plumber comes in, says something, boom, you're back in this memory, or you're back in a different space, a different emotional space. Something happens where it's almost like you can go into an interesting like new time and space, and just like clicks in, and suddenly you're like, oh, I'm in this really potent place now, this very powerful reaction and memory not necessarily feels like a bad thing, but it feels like there's just so much you can learn from these little experiences that are happening here. So, yeah, interesting. We got a lot out of that card. They do want me to pull another card. And so the new moon is conjunct Venus, but it's also squaring Saturn in Pisces. And Saturn in Pisces is a bit like building walls underwater. It's not super happy there, Saturn in Pisces, but it's been there for long enough now that we've gotten used to it. And Venus is very much abundance, ease, even laziness, lackadaisical, just enjoyment, pleasure. Saturn is hard work, taskmaster, hard lessons to learn. It's discipline, it's routine. And Venus is almost like the opposite of that. So it's really interesting because it might be this sense that you might get irritated with people who are not, you might feel like you're one or the other. You might even be more Venus or you're more Saturn, or you might have those different aspects within you. But if you're in more of a Saturn mindset where you're like, right, I've got to get in and get this job done, discipline produces hard work and produces results, and, you just got to get in and do this, and someone's coming in and you're feeling like they're more Venus-like and you're thinking, well, you're not putting in the effort that I want you to put in, or you feel like they're even just taking it too easy, and that could really irritate you. It could be the opposite. You could be somebody that just likes to kind of lay back, be more Venetian, and like, I really want to enjoy myself doing this, and someone comes in very Saturnian and wants to put you to work and wants you to abide by their rules and be like this sort of strict authoritarian, and you're like, I don't want to do it that way. There could be an easier way. And so that's where this kind of clash of energy could come through. But the positive thing with this is hard work could bring a beautification to something in your world, create something beautiful in your world. So that is the positive side of that comes through with the square to Saturn. So whilst this is all happening, the ruler of the new moon, Mercury, is in its home sign of Gemini, where it's mercurial, it's loving. All of this, it's lively, it's fun, it's chatting, it's laughing, it's learning, it's conversations, it's meeting new people, it's flirty. It's just, really fabulous communication, the Gemini energy. It's busy, 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 busy. So you might even notice more people coming into your life, or more conversations, or more roosters crowing in the background. But it's very much the sense of Mercury is making a trine to Pluto in Aquarius. Mercury in Gemini is making a trine to Pluto in Aquarius. Both of those signs, Gemini and Aquarius, represent different aspects of our minds. And so our mind is potentially going through, throw Jupiter in the mix in Gemini, and our minds are going through this really interesting and potent expansion, which brings me back to this energy here of just these moments where we might forget as adults what it's like to stop and sniff a flower. But as children, it's fascinating because it's new. And so this is the energy, is that there's new things coming in that suddenly we're engaging with and finding more fascinating, and can be these little potent moments where it's like, oh, okay, I really like you. It could be something like that comes through. So this is also a very potent manifestation energy. So you could set whatever intentions you set for this new moon. And because it's conjunct Venus as well, this is a really great time to set an intention around love or money, to bring in some kind of abundance or something that brings in ease around that. There's a lot of sense of potent manifestation around that. That's a really great time to set intentions for that. So they're saying that at the moment to remember that we are potent manifestors. We are magnetic and powerful at this moment in time, and to set the intention for positive changes that can come in around that. So let's have a look at what we're getting for that. There was a card that came in. Oh, the Emperor. Focus and stability. They're saying, let's not forget about Saturn that's coming in. So the Emperor, focus and stability. We have Mars. Mars is in... This is Mars actually, because it's an Aries card, the Emperor. So Mars is in Aries, and Mars rules Aries as well. So both Mercury and Mars are in their home signs. Happy as Larry, the personal planets. Mars is all about the action we're taking. It's an represents a powerful ending or completion, like you're doing something that needs to finish and finalize and end. So it really feels like you could be putting an end to a situation in your life by putting in a lot of hard work, and through that hard work you're making something even more beautiful or making it easier. And this Emperor energy is about stepping into your authority, stepping into your power. And so, yeah, the focus is on stability, but at the same time, there's this sense that the way to get to that through this new moon is through this beautiful Gemini energy of around connections with people, around, yeah, conversations and what you're learning and what you're teaching, what's going on for your mind. So it's fascinating and powerful, and you could be discovering powerful new ideas that are happening at this moment in time that can I just get this sense of suddenly, boom, here I am. I'm here. I'm being switched on into this moment. And sometimes there's those moments where you just feel totally alive and present. And there's other times where you're kind of not even paying that much attention. Your mind's off elsewhere. It just feels like there's more of those moments of, whoa, okay, I'm really present in this moment. So let's pull an affirmation card for the new moon in Gemini. I'm open and receptive to new avenues of income. So this would be a really great thing if we're setting our intentions when it comes to making your financial situation or work situation or career situation better in some way. It says, I now receive my good from expected and unexpected sources. I am an unlimited being accepting from an unlimited source in an unlimited way. I'm blessed beyond my fondest dreams. Interesting. And it's interesting they bring me the journey of the moon as it leads into this new moon, because it makes a conjunction with Uranus in Taurus, and then it makes a conjunction with Jupiter in Gemini. So these big outer planets, the moon is kind of garnering these experiences along the way. It's being stirred up to see things from new possibilities and to be open to change. And then it's open to expansion. And so by the time it reaches this new moon, the intuitive part of us and how we're feeling about things are very much ready for the new adventure, for the new potentials that are coming in. So we've also got, I'm safe and it's only change, got the bags packed. It says, I cross all bridges with joy and ease. The old unfolds into wonderful new experiences. My life gets better all the time. And I just want to show you the back. We've got an aeroplane and a car. So no matter how you're traveling, and it may even require some kind of travel, perhaps there's travel and adventure is associated with this, or you might want to set intention for that within this new moon, which is really lovely. It's like you've already got your bags packed, you're all ready to go. Then actually interesting here, we're seeing the letters and the newspaper, all these different forms of communication are coming in. There might be some kind of news or messaging around this that might be coming through. I mean, it is about planting the seed, the new moon. So that might be something that comes in later, but it's, really potent time to even be writing as well. It might be really great to write down your intention. So that is the new moon in Gemini. I just want to pull one final card, which is the Sun card, because the Sun is in Gemini. So let's pull a card for this new moon. We have the Three of Swords, and I will pull, this is the cards for the moon. So these are the sun, this is the Sun and moon together. What is the card that's coming in for the moon? So the Sun, interestingly, is giving us the opportunity. Ooh, yes. Lady Intuition here with the High Priestess. The moon has been expanded through its journey past Uranus and Jupiter and just gone, well, I am no longer the moon. I am the High Priestess. I am this highly intuitive energy that wants to connect to you and show you how you can move past some of the things that have been triggering you in your world, that you can potentially, and especially when it comes to relationships and money, how you can move beyond some of those old patterns or some of the things that are happening or have been happening recently that have been bothering you or triggering you or wounding you in some way. Really listen to your intuition here and set some intention, because you can make that easier. Set an intention to make that easier in your life in this new moon. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me, and please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.